What if the image of perfection you saw on your screen, the chiseled body, the confident smirk, the unstoppable energy, was hiding a reality darker than any plot twist on television? What if the man once praised as a symbol of strength and beauty suddenly became the symbol of fragility and survival? That's the story of Hyun Seung, a dancer who once stole the spotlight for his charm, charisma, and effortless cool, and who is now fighting a silent war that no one saw coming. When news broke that Hyun Seung, the magnetic performer from Singles Inferno and Physical 100, had been diagnosed with leukemia, Korea's entertainment world stopped for a moment. It wasn't just a headline, it was a shockwave. Because Hyun Seung wasn't just another name in showbiz, he represented the ideal: strength, discipline, and beauty that bordered on unreal. His world was built on perfection, but overnight, that illusion shattered. Fans who were used to seeing him train like a warrior and dance like a storm suddenly saw him post a photo from a hospital room, pale, thinner, and with eyes that spoke of both pain and defiance. The revelation didn't come through a press release or an agency statement. It came directly from him, raw, unfiltered, painfully honest. In his Instagram post, he confessed that his life had suddenly stopped after a routine hospital visit in June 2025. What began as fatigue turned into an unthinkable diagnosis: leukemia. Within days, projects were canceled, brand deals frozen, and the man who once commanded the stage found himself confined to a hospital bed. But what shocked fans even more than the illness itself was how he handled it. No pity, no drama, just a quiet declaration: "I'm fighting silently day after day." And yet, behind that composure was chaos. According to close sources and online discussions, Hyun Seung had just cleared a major audition days before his diagnosis, one that could have launched him into the next level of fame. Some netizens speculated that his management tried to keep things under wraps initially, hoping he would recover quietly before the story broke. Others claimed that insiders had already noticed his sudden absence from public events, but no one dared to question it. In an industry where image is everything, sickness can become scandalous, a secret too heavy to bear. When Hyun Seung finally went public, the reaction was explosive. His comment section turned into a flood of emotions. Fans poured out their love, calling him an inspiration of strength. Celebrities, too, broke their silence. TVX's Changmin left a message that read simply, "Take care and get well soon." Yunho added, "If you think positively, you can overcome this." Words that might sound cliche until you realize they came from men who knew exactly what it meant to live under the unrelenting gaze of fame. Even actors like Arden Cho and rappers like Tiger JK sent messages of support. The entertainment industry, often accused of being cold and performative, suddenly looked human again. But the public sympathy wasn't without its darker corners. As always, the internet had its skeptics. Some accused Hyun Seung of seeking attention or timing the revelation for relevance. Others pointed out that he had recently gained a surge of international followers after his Netflix appearances, suggesting that his emotional post might have been strategically planned. It's a cruel reflection of celebrity culture. No matter how sincere the pain, some people will always see a publicity angle. Still, his true fans defended him fiercely, saying he'd always been humble and low-key, the last person to stage anything. Behind the scenes, the entertainment industry reacted in silence. Production companies quietly removed his name from upcoming project lists, not out of cruelty, but because that's how the business works. Insurance, contracts, schedules, all of it collapses when a star gets sick. And that's the brutal truth few ever talk about. In South Korea's hyper-competitive entertainment scene, there's barely space for rest, let alone recovery. One missed appearance can mean losing your place forever. For Hyun Seung, that reality hit hard. The man who built his career with his body now faced the fight of his life inside that very body, a cruel irony that fans couldn't ignore. As days passed, he started chemotherapy. Fans noticed subtle changes: the loss of his trademark hair, the frailness in his once powerful frame. Yet his social media remained calm, almost philosophical. In one of his latest posts, he wrote, "I will recover and come back stronger, more human than ever." That line went viral. It was reposted across platforms, turned into wallpapers, fan art, even t-shirts. It wasn't just a promise. It became a mantra of resilience in a culture where showing weakness is often taboo. Still, questions began to swirl. Would he ever return to the screen? Could he endure the long, grueling treatment? And perhaps the most haunting one, would the industry welcome him back the same way? Korea's entertainment world isn't kind to vulnerability. Many stars who step away for health reasons struggle to regain their footing. The industry thrives on the illusion of perfection, an illusion Hyun Seung's story has now shattered. But maybe that's where his true legacy begins. His illness, rather than diminishing him, exposed something deeper, a rare honesty in an industry built on facades. Fans began to see not just the performer performer, but the man. Someone who bled, cried, and still chose to fight. Someone who showed that strength isn't in the perfect body, but in refusing to give up when that body fails you. As of now, Hyun Seung continues his treatment quietly, avoiding interviews, rarely updating fans except for small glimpses that remind everyone he's still here, still fighting. And maybe that's the most powerful statement of all. Not a comeback performance, not a new show, but survival itself. Because behind every flawless celebrity photo, there's a hidden story. And in Hung's case, it's one of courage written in pain. His journey isn't just about battling leukemia, it's about challenging the culture that demands perfection even from the broken. And as fans continue to send their messages of love, one can't help but wonder, when he finally steps back into the light, will the world see him the same way? Or will we, for once, learn to celebrate not just the beauty of his dance, but the strength of his fight?